fanatics, and welcome to my complete Stephen King collection video. It is the end of September and I started doing this video last year. I started doing Stephen King stuff last year and I really started getting into collecting about a year and a half ago when I decided that I wanted to try to get every Stephen King movie. And that kind of spiraled into collecting Pennywise stuff, which kind of spiraled into collecting anything that has to do with Stephen King. And now we're here, where my collection is completely grown, it's completely changed, and I have a lot to show you guys. So how this video is going to work is I'm going to give you guys a quick history on why I love Stephen King and how I got into Stephen King. And then I'm going to show you guys everything that I have here, which is some small stuff that I actually want to get you guys close and personal with up to the camera. Some stuff I want to talk about as well. And then finally, I have a lot of artwork and some other things on the shelf here that I want to show you guys. So I'm going to try to keep this video short, but I can't promise anything because there's a lot to show you guys. So just to give you guys a really quick history on why I love Stephen King and how I got into him. The house that I grew up in, we had an office in the basement, and we had a really big bookshelf there. My mom used to keep important documents on there, and also a lot of her books that she read a lot as a kid and when she was a teenager and things like that, that she wanted to actually pass down to me and my brother. Well, one day I was really curious and I was looking through all the books, and I remember pulling off a Stephen King book and, you know, going upstairs and asking my mom a little bit about it because I saw that she actually had a lot of these books. She told me that was his favorite author and that when she was younger, all she ever read was horror, thriller, or mystery. So that kind of sparked my interest when I got a little bit older in school when we had to read books and write reports on them. But the only thing I actually started reading when I was a kid, the only books I would read as a kid is Goosebumps. And then when I got a little bit older, I remember asking my mom more about Stephen King, and she was like, well, you're a little bit older now, you can read some of his books. And that was it, guys. That's how I fell in love with it. I remember reading Pet Sematary, and from that moment on, I fell in love with Stephen King. And to this day, the only books that I can read are Stephen King. The reason why I love Stephen King so much is because he holds nothing back in his writing. If you've read any of his books, some of them are really sick and demented, and he just writes it. He doesn't care. There's no limits, there's no boundaries, and that's what I really love about it. So that's what started my love for Stephen King, just all because I pulled one book off of a shelf and asked my mom about it, and here I am 25 years later, collecting everything and reading all his books, and my mom actually enjoys it too because we enjoy talking about some of the books that we've read, and we like to talk about, you know, how I saw something versus how she saw something, and it's really kind of brought us closer together over the years as well. So everything I'm going to show you now is which is on this little table here. Like I said, this is all small stuff that, you know, I'm going to talk about and hold up to the camera. And by the way, really quick, I want to thank anybody that's ever helped me get anything with this collection. A lot of this collection wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for all of the people in this community. There's too many names to mention over the years. So many people has helped me find stuff. They've sent me stuff. I cannot appreciate it enough, you guys. So thank you to anyone who's ever sent me something or helped me find something, given me a lead on a figure or something. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So the first couple things I want to show you are some magnets that I have. We just have right here the 90s It magnet. And I got this at a con. 90% of the stuff that you guys are going to see is from horror conventions. Because that's kind of where I started collecting stuff, and there was very few Pennywise anything. And now there's just, because since the 2017 movie came out, it's pretty much impossible not to see Pennywise stuff, which is awesome. Got this little advertisement magnet that says Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Reminds me of like a circus ad, which is really cool. Trying to not get that glare. I do apologize. Yeah, it's typical Doc movie, you know, there's going to be some kind of glare somewhere. Next here we have one of my favorite pictures of Pennywise. That's him coming out of the grave showing his teeth in the movie, which, I don't know, I love this. And I actually keep these on my refrigerator and people always ask me about them. They're like, why do you have Pennywise in your fridge? Well, why not? Why not? Last of the magnets, this is one that I absolutely love. I love the twins from The Shining. I don't know what, they've always freaked me out. They freaked me out as much as like Reagan did and Pennywise. So I got this magnet of them as well. Look how cool that is from The Shining. It's always freaked me out, these two. I don't know why. Something about them has just always freaked me out. Next up here we have some pins. I'm not going to be able to show all of them because I actually have some pins on my lanyard that I wear to work. But the first one we have here is Church from Pet Sematary. Now if you've ever read the book, this is the artwork on the book. One of the artworks on one of the versions of the book. There's so many. And this, actually I'm going to put this one on my lanyard as well because they're light and I like those ones a lot. And this one just surprised me with just recently. I'm slowly getting into enamel pins. That's going to be another spiral, I'm sure. But I absolutely love this pin. And it's a Losers Club license plate. It says Maine, you'll float too. And this is actually from, let me see if you guys can see it. It's Wiki's World. Yeah, Wiki's World. So I also really like, I kept the backing to it too, because it also shows, like, gives you the information about Maine and stuff, which is so cool. So I absolutely love this pin. What I'm probably going to do eventually with all of my pins is I'm going to get one of those little cork boards and maybe make something out of it and hang them up so I can officially hang up all of my pins. These next two pins I got from Hot Topic. We have Georgie's boat, which is so cool and unique and different. I'm surprised my Hot Topic had these. It seems like Pennywise stuff or anything it related just flies off the shelf around here. It's very detailed. It says, "We all float down here," and it says the SSS Georgie. I hope you all can see that. Yeah, it's very detailed. That's what I love about these enamel pins, is how detailed they are. And last of the pins here, we have the Losers Club logo with the bicycle and the balloon, which I absolutely love. And I don't know if you can still find these at Hot Topic. The last time in my local Hot Topic, I didn't see any, so it could just all depend on your area. One random thing I want to show you guys, and I keep this on my futon, but I love this artwork, and I actually got this on Wish. Jess found it. I don't really shop on Wish very much, but it was this pillowcase of Pennywise. Which, it's just like him, I don't know, I love it. Just the artwork of him, like, thinking and looking at you like, you know, tell me more. Like, I'm not, you know, I don't know. I love it. So I keep this on my futon. I do have a couple other horror-related pillowcases, and they all have Pennywise in them. But this one is the one that I love the most, and it stands out the most. So that is my Pennywise pillowcase. Next up, we have some plushies. I got this one at Hot Topic. It's just Pennywise from the 90s, as you guys can tell. Really cool. Really detailed, too, for a little plushie doll. I really like these a lot. And I didn't realize that after I bought him at Hot Topic, I guess they were really hard to find, and they skyrocketed in price. I don't know if they've made a comeback or what. So if anybody has this, let me know if it was hard to find. I know it was for a little bit, it was hard to find. I just recently got these next two plushies. They just came out, and I got them through Amazon. And we have the Skarsgård Pennywise with him just giving his classic smirk. You guys can see the detail. And we have the other version with him looking innocent with blood all over his face and his collar there. Or, I don't know, what are those called that clowns wear, the big poofy collars? Let me know if you guys know the technical term for it. But these are great, and I wasn't going to buy one without the other. So, I've seen these in stores, but I happened to get them on Amazon. They were a little bit cheaper through Amazon. So if you guys are looking for these, definitely check Amazon. These next things are really cool, and I love Legos. Growing up as a kid, I had thousands of Legos. I had 2 big boxes of Legos. And Jess actually found these for me online somewhere. I think she got them through Etsy, I want to say. I don't remember where she got them. But she found these online for me, and I've always had a thing for Lego figures. I always wanted to collect them. So she picked these up for me. They came in a 4-pack. So here's the first one. These are custom Lego figures. I hope you guys can see that. The detail. There we go. I mean, they're super detailed. The next one here, we have like different versions of the Skarsgård one. I hope y'all can see that. I mean, I really do love the art on these and the hair and how much detail they put into them. And they're awesome. And the next one, I want you guys to see his face. This one I love, absolutely love the face on this one. Hope you guys can see that. Yeah, once again, these are so cool. I want to know how long it takes people to actually make these, because that is crazy. I don't know how people do it. And out of the Skarsgård ones, this one's my favorite. It has the most detail, I would say, and it looks closest to the actual Pennywise. They all have different, fun, unique things about them, but this one I absolutely love. Yeah, he's really cool, and he's holding the 2 balloons as well. So I got all 4 of them for a very reasonable price, and I've been seeing these at horror conventions now that a lot of people, I guess, are really getting into these Lego figures where I'll see like Michael Myers, I'll see Freddy, I'll see Jason, you'll see Pennywise, Reagan, all kinds of characters. So I really do love these figures, and it's something unique and custom, just something different that I get this add to my collection. It's 2 things that I love, which is Legos and Pennywise. Next up, we have some Funko figures here. First up, we have the Dorb. I got this guy from Hot Topic. The only problem was with him When they shipped him in the box came completely mangled. It was so bad. It was so bad. But you know what? I was going to take him out anyway. This is the only... I don't really like Dorbs because they kind of freak me out, to be honest with you. But I really like this one, so I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on this one. But yeah, that is my Pennywise Dorb. Moving along to the Pops here, we have the original Pennywise. I've had this one the longest. This is one of my earliest Pops I've had. I got him in Tennessee at Hastings, I mean, years ago. So I absolutely love this Pop. I'm so glad I got this. Next up, we have Pennywise with the boat. And this is just the first original Pennywise that came out for the Skarsgård. I really like this one. And I remember this one coming out with the Hot Topic exclusive with the balloon. And I wasn't thinking at the time because I didn't realize that he was going to be as popular as he was. They sold out so quickly, I never got my hands on the one with the balloon. But you know what? Whatever. The ones that I have, I love, and I'm excited. So maybe someday I'll find the one with the balloon. If I do, great. If not, it is what it is, right? This one I recently just picked up about, not even a month ago. I was in FYE, and I happened to come across it. They had 4 or 5 of them sitting there, and I haven't seen them there. This is the Pennywise with the fence post through his head. Hope you guys... There we go. Well, with massive glare. Get you to the side there. I love the way they painted his face. It's so good. It's so cool. I wanted this one for a while. I never really imagined that Pennywise would be as popular as he is. Lastly, we have my 2 favorite Pops that I have. First up, we have the Amazon exclusive with the blood on his face and holding Georgie's hand. Look at that. Oh, that's my favorite scene in the movie with him waving his hand. I don't know. I cracked up at it. Once again, he has that innocent look on his face, but, you know, he's covered in blood, and he's not very innocent at all. But I love the box, too. You guys, there's blood splatter on the box, which I love. So this is really cool. And this last Funko Pop is definitely tied with the last one with Georgie's hand, and that is Pennywise with the spider arms. Now, I love the spider arms because it's kind of like an homage to the original movie. If you've seen the original movie, you know at the end. Spoiler alert, he turns into a spider. I'm sure everybody's seen it at this point. And it was during this part of the movie I remember seeing when Pennywise's arms turned into a spider. I was like, oh, okay, so they're, you know, they're giving a little homage moment there, which was really cool. And I liked it. And this one's cool. I love his hair on this one, which he's not in the box. You guys can't really see, but his hair, here, you can see it here. His hair is wicked with this one. Moving along to the last 3 figures that I never thought in a million years that we would ever see these. I cannot believe when NECA announced that they were going to be releasing some figures, my jaw dropped. I love NECA. Their detail is amazing. I do have the Friday the 13th NES Jason. That's what sparked my love for NECA. So first up here, we have the Skarsgård Pennywise. So I want you guys to get a look at this box. This is the ultimate figure. And if we open this up, this is what I love about it. You open this up, and this is where I want to show you guys as much detail as I possibly can. You get the balloon. You get different heads there. I love the detail of his outfit. And down there's different hands so you can hold his balloon, and the feet are amazing. Absolutely amazing figure. Oh, and Georgie's boat. I forgot about Georgie's boat. You also get Georgie's boat with this one. So you guys are probably wondering why I don't have these out of the boxes. Well, because I want to keep them in there for now until I move and get a house. And then when I have a house, I'm going to actually have a dedicated area just for Pennywise stuff. And I want to make sure that I'm not moving anytime soon. That way I can display these properly. I want to do something nice with them. So they're staying in the box for right now. I cannot believe NECA actually announced that they were going to make this one. And that is the Tim Curry Ultimate figure. I wasn't surprised when they announced the Skarsgård Pennywise. I had a feeling that somebody, not necessarily NECA, was going to release one. But to hear that it was NECA, I was blown away. And then for them to say that they're releasing this one as well, crazy. Look at the detail work. Well, first off, there he is with the balloons. But you get 3 heads. Well, technically 4 heads. You get the acid face. You get the classic face that he makes when he was like ready to bite off Georgie's arm. The laughing face and the angry face. Look at the detail for a second there. I don't know if you guys can see that. You get the classic monster hands, I always call them. The spider hands, whatever you want to call them. And then you get other hand gestures there. You guys can see them. And then in the way back, which I do apologize, you cannot see them, but you get a set of balloons that look just like this. So this figure is completely decked out. I mean, it's everything and more that I wanted from this figure. I cannot believe the time and detail work that NECA put into the heads and the costume and the paint is just phenomenal on this. And last but not least of the figures, this one shocked me so much. I call this the I Love Dairy NECA figure. This is the GameStop exclusive, and I'll show you why I call it that with that beautiful lenticular. Look at that lenticular. Oh my god. Beautiful box. I mean, they kill the box. It's almost hard to take these out of the boxes because the boxes alone are really cool. But I didn't know how different this was going to be. I knew there was one thing that stood out that was going to be really different, and that is, if you guys can see there, the I Love Dairy balloon. So he came with that, which was different. But if you look at Pennywise himself there, the heads are a little bit different, and the amount of blood on him is insane. You get different hands there. He's already holding he already has the balloon hand on, and they threw in Georgie's hand instead of the boat. So this one is really different compared to the other one. There's a lot of differences, which I love. It wasn't just like me buying the same figure that had a balloon that said I Love Dairy. So all three figures are great. They all stand out in their own way, and I love all three equally. But like I said, this is a dream come true that NECA has released some figures. I can't believe it because they do a fantastic job. This next thing, when I showed it off in my last year's video, people seem to go wild over this, and I've seen it in a couple of stores recently, and that is my It lunchbox. But what's cool about it is they have so much different artwork on it. I love lunchboxes too. There was a time where I wanted to collect lunchboxes, but then I realized how expensive it can be as a hobby. So then I started collecting movies when it's just as expensive. Well, it's not just as expensive, but it can be. I got this lunchbox at on my honeymoon with Jess. We went to a wax museum, and they had a whole bunch of lunchboxes and other famous memorabilia for you know, famous stars and actors and actresses. And to see this, it was so unique that I had to grab this. What I do is when it's on the shelf, I like to flip it every once in a while, so I'll either use this one or this one. I really like that artwork a lot, so I usually keep this one out. But this is such a unique item, and like a lot of people said I'd never seen it before. If anybody has seen this in stores, let me know. I think you can actually get it on Amazon. I've seen it on there as well. And last but not least of the things that I want to show you, this was my very first figure. And I remember when they announced this, I almost fell over. I couldn't believe it because I never thought I would ever see a figure anytime soon. And for the first figure to be the Tim Curry Pennywise, I was just blown away. And that is my Living Dead doll. I heard that they're going to be making a Skarsgård one as well. I mean, he is just awesome. Comes with the balloon. Look at that. Living Dead doll. I love these dolls as well. They're really cool. They're freaky, but they're cute at the same time, if that makes any sense. I got this bad boy at FYE. They released him and Reagan at the same time. I would love to have a Reagan too. She's freaky as hell. Once again, when I move someday, I'm going to have a whole area dedicated, and I'll probably end up taking him out of the box as well because I've seen him displayed, and he is freaking fantastic. But until then, he's going to stay protected in the box. Alrighty, moving along to artwork. This is actually my newest piece. I got this one at a local small horror convention, and they called it a flea market / craft show. So everything that was there was pretty much handmade or something different or unique or custom. And I got talking to the artist, and she was so sweet. She was telling me how she makes it. She makes the stencils, excuse me, and then she paints the canvas. Then what she does is she puts the stencil over it, and she hits it with spray paint. And what's really cool is that each piece is original and it's different. So that's what I love so much about this piece. And it was just something unique and different, and I had to grab it. Moving along, we have a Scarefest piece right here. One of my favorite pieces. I love the green background. I love the sinister smile. I mean, the blood. Fantastic piece. Absolutely amazing. If you guys have been on my room tour, you know that this is actually my doorway that leads into my bedroom. So I'm going to start down here. This is a Georgie boat that I just picked up about a month or so ago with blood on the boat there. I've never seen these before. Never seen them online. I happened to walk into FYE and grabbed it at the same time I picked up that FYE exclusive pop. We have the It 2017 exclusive collectible ticket. You guys can get in there, get some of the artwork. I framed this. It was actually Jess's idea to put it behind the red background, which I absolutely love. We have the Overlook Hotel. Picked this up at a convention. I don't know how they made this. It was really cheap. Something different. And the quality's really good. Moving along up top here, we have a small piece of art here that this is the Walmart exclusive Funko Pop, actually. This is what that's modeled after. And usually on either side of him, here and here, I have 2 perler bead figures. Actually in the process of doing something special with those. So I didn't get them done before I got started filming this video. So you guys will see that soon. Maybe I'll give you guys an update on that. And then finally, the last piece of art, we have Pennywise here with the kids. This was another artist at Scarefest. And she does it's so unique and different, her artwork. I don't know, I love it. I wanted to get more, but she sadly wasn't there this year, so yeah, but I love this piece as well. Now to just show you guys, this is how I have everything displayed. There's the Funko Pops, the Living Dead doll, some of the plushies, the lunchbox. This I didn't show you. I figured I'd just show you now. This is Pennywise cereal. Got it at Hot Topic. It even comes with the keychain version. I gotta get in there. I'm actually gonna open it up. I haven't opened it yet. I will though eventually. And then there's my GameStop exclusive NECA figure. And then in between my 2 shelves, I have more artwork. This was my first piece of artwork that I ever bought at Scarefest. Picked this up at one of my local conventions. Hello. This one is the original poster, but it's put on this foil. I don't know what this is called. Somebody can let me know. But it was really cool. He was actually at Scarefest this year, believe it or not. So I picked up a lot of his stuff from him too. Next up here, this is the bookshelf, and you guys have seen this behind me when I do my videos. So down here, this is the stuff I wanted to show you separate. These are vinyl pieces. This was a 2-pack. We got Pennywise and Georgie. In the back there, we have my original VHS that I remember watching it on all the time. We have the only book you guys will see today, the It book, the hardback. This actually came with a lanyard. I just really liked it. And then we have a custom VHS clamshell case for the new It. Very cool. Moving along up top here, this is how I have my Lego figures displayed with my Dorb. And then you can see my pins back here with the NECA figures. So just to give you guys a quick overview. I didn't really talk about this very much. People have asked me. This is a shadow box where I keep all my movie tickets in. Jess made it for me. She loves doing scrapbooking stuff. She basically took her scrapbooking skills and made me this. It was really nice of her. I love this. Very cool piece. Pretty cheap to make too. It wasn't very expensive. So, and a cool way to display your tickets. All right, now we're going to move on to the movies. So this is my Stephen King shelf, which is actually the bottom shelf here. Up top here is Scream Factory. But what I did was I did leave the Scream Factories poking out for you guys. So let's just jump right into it. We got Carrie, the original Carrie. We have Firestarter. And I love how Scream Factory got a hold of these. Lawnmower Man. And we have Misery. We'll be getting Creepshow and all the other ones coming out, but they're just not out yet. So you guys will have to wait to see those in a future update. And get you guys a really quick run through. I am currently missing, actually it went up. I found some double packs of Stephen King stuff that I wanted to get. So I'm back up to about 6 or 7 items that I want to get. A lot of his stuff is on DVD, as you guys can see. I've watched a lot of these movies. I'm going to talk about them a little bit as I go through them. Because you also saw this shelf in my complete collection. So first up, we have App Pupil. Apparently this is really hard to find, but I got it really cheap. Next up, we have Stephen King's Bag of Bones. I used to watch this all the time when I was younger. I remember seeing it on TV a lot, too. Moving right along here, we have the Dead Zone. And I actually had a box set that I got rid of. But I really like Christopher Walken in this movie. He is so good. If you guys haven't seen this one, this is one that you have to check out. No Blu-ray release yet either, but I got this on Amazon for $5, so you can't beat that. Next up, we have Desperation. Very cool movie. Very good movie. Another cheap one you can find. One of the out-of-print titles that's really hard to come by, The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer. Like this one, too. If you like Rouge Red, you would like this one. I would say that's a good way to describe it. I don't want to give anything away. We have Dolores Claiborne. Yes, I know that there is a Blu-ray release, and I will be upgrading, don't worry. But for right now, I have the DVD. I will be upgrading. Kathy Bates is amazing. I've always loved her. I adore her in American Horror Story. I think she's amazing. But in this movie, in Misery, she's absolutely fantastic. One that I actually haven't watched yet, The Golden Years. Heard a lot of mixed opinions on this one. A very good, emotional, fantastic movie, Hearts in Atlantis. Anthony Hopkins, you can't go wrong. I mean, you can't go wrong. He's fantastic in this movie. You can find this one really cheap, too. Then we go into my It's. We have, this is my original DVD. And this one is the Monster Mayhem slipcover version of the DVD. Then we have the 2017 Walmart exclusive DVD. I bought it for the artwork. Yes, I did. I know. It's sad. And everybody said in my video last year, because I didn't know how to pronounce the Langoliers, it's the Langoliers. See? I know how to say it now. Have I watched this one? No. This one and another movie I'm going to talk about I haven't watched because they are long. And you need time to watch these, and it's just, I'd probably have to take it over like 3 days. I'd have to watch it over a 3 days period, which I'm probably going to end up doing. Got the Maximum Overdrive DVD. One of my favorite movies. Absolutely amazing. It's so cheesy, so much fun. Probably the most underrated Stephen King movie. This is based off of Grandma, called Mercy. Only on DVD. It's fantastic. One of my favorite creature features, The Night Flyer. Awesome out-of-print title. Can be pricey if you can find one, but totally worth it. Absolutely worth it. We have Nightmare and Dreamscapes, which is all short stories. Some are good, some are bad, some are ugly. You know, it's just pretty much with all anthology-type movies. But this one actually is like a box set. It has different short stories. So some are really good, some are okay. We have Riding the Bullet, one of my personal favorites. We have Rose Red. This is the 2-disc deluxe edition DVD set with this beautiful red case. Very long movie. Really good, though. Really good. One I haven't watched yet, The Stand. It's 6 hours long. So some people say it's really good. Watch it. Other people say don't bother. Now this one is like 3 hours long, I want to say. Maybe a little bit longer. Storm of the Century. But oh my God, it's worth every minute. The setting alone is gorgeous. Absolutely love the setting. Next up, we have Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. Have not seen this one in a while. Actually bought it new. Haven't even opened it yet. But I do love this one. From what I remember, it was a lot of fun. I've seen this one on TV a few times. Tommyknockers, playing just so much fun. I couldn't remember this movie at all. Then when I rewatched it, I had a complete blast. Absolutely blast. So good. You have to check out this one. This movie here is what Maximum Overdrive is based off of. Trucks. Very good short story. Not as good as Maximum Overdrive, but it's okay. Got this bootleg of 1922 with custom artwork. Netflix original movie. We have a double pack here. The Mist. I love The Mist, and 1408 is actually one of the first movies that I watched with Jess because I never seen this one. I didn't know it was Stephen King for the longest time. But yeah, very good movies. This next one here is probably my least favorite of all the Stephen King movies I own, A Good Marriage. It's just not my style. I mean, I don't know. It's just something I didn't like. It's more drama-y and thriller-y than it is, I don't know. Something about it. We have Cat's Eye, fantastic anthology film. Drew Barrymore is amazing in it. She's so young. We have Cell. Not bad, not good, not great. You know, I don't know. I'm going to give this one a rewatch. One of my personal favorites, Children of the Corn. Yes, I know there was an Arrow release out there. Maybe someday I'll pick it up. Fantastic movie, though. Always freaked me out. We have the sci-fi original movie of Children of the Corn. This movie is not good, but the way that they do the end is really close to the book. I love the way that they did the end of this. One of my personal favorites, Christine, which I just upgraded to 4K. I do not have it in this pile. It's actually in my next haul video, but I do have it on 4K. Next up here, we have Creepshow 2. Creepshow 1 will be coming from Scream Factory when I get that one. Love all this. I love the Creepshows. Love them. Anything anthology. Whoop, as I drop it. We have the 25th anniversary of Cujo. This movie used to scare my mom so much that she really didn't want to be around big dogs for a while. This movie's good. Jess says it's okay. I don't know if it holds up or not. To a lot of people, they say it does. Some other people say it doesn't. One movie that everybody craps on, The Dark Tower. Me, I like The Dark Tower. Sorry. I have fun with it. Is it perfect? No. Is it close to the book? No. But it's okay for what it is. One of my newer pickups that I just got recently, Dolan's Cadillac. Never seen this one, so I'm really excited. I never knew this was a book based off of Stephen King until I read up on it, actually. One that I watch all the time, and I believe it's on Netflix still, Dreamcatcher. So weird, and I love Duddits. He's such a fun character. Kind of out there, though. It's different. You guys would either love this or hate it. It's very different in their snowy setting, just like Storm of the Century. It's gorgeous. We have another bootleg of the Netflix original Gerald's Game. Very cool. Unique idea. Crazy. Had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. We have the import of Graveyard Shift. Love this artwork. Great creature feature. Cool concept. Fun time. Definitely recommend this one. We have The Green Mile. Probably cried during this movie a lot. Like, this movie's so sad, I'll admit it. I love it. Another long one. I remember the first time I watched it was on TV, and it was like a 4-hour thing. But I had to pick this up. Tom Hanks is spectacular in this. It's actually, the entire cast is. Moving along to my my Blu-ray It's. We have the 1990s It in the red case, which I've talked about this one enough. I don't need to go into detail. We have the Steelbook, and I know the new one's coming out from Best Buy. Yeah, that's probably going to happen. And then we have the Steelbook for the new It. Then we have the new It on 4K. Looks fantastic on 4K, by the way. And then finally, we have the Target exclusive lenticular. You guys can't really see that. I do apologize. But it's a lenticular. It's a great slipcover. One of my favorite exclusives. We have from, what is it? Is this Kino? Yeah, Needful Things. Always loved this movie. I have the book. I have not read the book, but I have a funny feeling I would absolutely love the book. I don't know why, because this movie is just awesome. If you love action and you're not a big horror fan, this is the way to go. This movie is so over the top. It's so much fun. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger at his best. The Running Man is just a classic, guys. It's so much fun. And then we have here Pet Sematary. Still to this day, my favorite book, and this movie freaks me the hell out. Freaks me the hell out. If you love vampires, you would love Salem's Lot. Some people say it's a little slow, which I do understand where they're coming from, but I have a blast with this movie. I've always liked it. We have a very good thriller, Secret Window. Johnny Depp does a great job in this one. It's about a writer. It's fantastic. I also like the setting of this one. It mostly takes place in a cabin, which is great. Then we have The Shawshank Redemption, which I don't need to talk about that. I mean, come on. It's such a classic. We have the Digibook, one of the few Digibooks I own. We have this gorgeous Steelbook as well. And then we have The Shining with this beautiful new slipcover. I love The Shining. People either say they love it or they hate it. You know, I personally love it. Jack Nicholson's great in it. Fantastic werewolf movie that I think, I don't want to say is overlooked, but people do sometimes overlook it. That is Silver Bullet. Thank you, Umbrella, for releasing this. This was one of my first Umbrella movies I ever got. And the transfer is great. If you guys are looking to get this movie, if you didn't know if it was region free or not, it definitely is region free. I just picked this up last year. I have not even watched it yet. I have seen this movie. It's different. I would say this movie's not for everybody. It's definitely different. I personally like it, but some people say it's just too out there for them and it just doesn't hold up, which does it hold up in my eyes? It kind of does, but not as well as some of his other movies. Can't wait for Scream Factory to release this one. Another personal favorite of mine, Sometimes They Come Back. If you've never seen this movie, you definitely have to watch it. Definitely need to watch this movie. It's spectacular. We have a fantastic drama thriller, Stand By Me, with an outstanding cast. One that I used to watch all the time, and I can watch this any time of the year. It's so good. One of my favorite movies, and I didn't know it was a favorite until I rewatched it, Thinner. That's different, about a fat man who gets cursed, and he cannot gain weight, and he loses weight, and he continues to lose weight. It's interesting. Very good movie. And last but not least, it's in my Stephen King collection. It's not technically an adaptation, but it's a fantastic documentary on Pet Sematary. It's called Unearthed and Untold. Synapse released this one. If you guys have never seen this and you like documentaries, definitely check it out. There's some very interesting things in this. I personally love documentaries. If you don't, it might not be for you, but I personally think this is one of the best documentaries I've watched in a while. So there you have it, guys. That is my complete Stephen King collection video. I wish I could show you the books. If you guys want to see the books, let me know. I can at least show you guys the ones that I have here at my house. That could be a separate video if you guys want. I didn't know if you guys would be interested or not, but like I said, this Stephen King collection is growing every year. I cannot wait to finish the movies. I'm so close. Like I said, I have between 5 and 7. Well, I only had like 3 left. But I found some double packs and things that I need to get my hands on. And plus, too, with the upgrading, it never really ends. You know, we're getting Scream Factory releasing some. We have the Warner Archives releasing stuff. So it's great. Thank you guys so much, really quick, for all the love and support on last year's video. I'm still getting people commenting on that video, saying that they love my collection and they love all the Pennywise stuff, and I didn't even really have that much back then. Now it's really changed a lot and it's grown. So thank you guys so much, because if it didn't get the love that it got last year, I probably wouldn't be doing this video now. I really appreciate it. And once again, thank you to everybody that's helped me find movies, sent me movies, give me leads on NECA figures or where to find cheap NECA figures or anything like that. It really means a lot. Like, once again, there's just so many names to mention in this video that it would be like another 5 minutes of me rambling. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this year's Stephen King collection video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Lets me know you're enjoying my content. If you're new to my channel and you like movies and Stephen King as much as I do, click that subscribe button. Also, click on that notification bell so you never miss a video. I try to upload videos every Friday or Saturday. And as always, everybody, take care and happy watching.